Legends, we are back in some Astra. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are going to be talking about Saeya today, level 90. So I had a few things that I had to make concessions on, or basically pay to win if I wanted to do something different. Um, First and foremost, this is the only weapon that I could get for her right now, which is the craftable weapon, which is a defensive weapon. Uh, I literally summoned and gambled and everything else like that. I spent 30 summons, and it did not give me at all like a weapon for her. So I was like, you know what, whatever. We'll just use Devoted Wish. And we can actually scale and build it and everything else like this. It really has nothing to do with DPS, and I'm not building her as a tank character to begin with, but no choice in the matter, so I had to use Devoted Wish. It's good though for the defense, and then when hit, defense increases by 2.4 for 10 seconds and burns enemies around you, so it's not a bad thing. We put crit into it in a defense gem because that's what it rolled into, and we have an enchant of attack for 418. I want to definitely maybe rotate that out for some crit damage. It won't roll into it, so we'll figure it out eventually. Over here we have crit damage gem, which I ended up getting a orange gem, so I'll do it in there, and a crit chance rare enchant. So again, I'll probably just leave that because my crit to crit damage ratio is kind of okay right now. And over here is a crit chance gem. I definitely want to get that higher, and we got some ignore defense rate because I don't have a lot of that on the gear, so I want to get at least a little bit of it up, and it rolled into a heroic, so that's actually pretty good. And you also notice that we got crit damage on the ring and all damage. And then over here we have reduced incoming and then HP, because necklaces is just all about defense anyway. Relic side, we ended up with Veda energy, overload charging, Veda energy again, and then ignore a defense rate. I thought that was actually kind of okay, so I just left it. Over here, we ended up with an okay crit roll of 10%, stamina ill, life steal rate. I'm like, whatever. This piece is probably going to get changed to something else if I can get another crit chance or maybe some ignore defense on it or some attack. But, resources are limited, stamina is unlimited. You just kind of work with what you got. Over here, we did end up with some good stuff. We ended up with attack gear. Crit chance did not roll well, and we got two flat stats. So eventually, when I get a better piece, we're gonna get out of this one. But it did end up going lifesteal chance, so that's okay. Over here, we got water damage. This ended up being interesting. Right here, this is an offset piece. And ended up being stamina, crit damage of 15%, Veda energy at 21, and then overload charge at 32. So I was like, this is a pretty interesting piece. This is okay, we'll leave it. And then over here, this ended up being interesting. I rolled it accidentally like 6 times because I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And then it went straight up just crit damage the first 2 times. I was like, well, damn. Well, there, I'm going to keep this then. And then it rolled into 24% crit damage. And then I got a little bit of a crit chance roll, defense, and then some attacks. This ended up being really good for CD reduction. I wouldn't ever use heal on this character because heal don't do anything in this game. They must have nerfed it before it even came out global because heal is so trash in this game. I don't know why they wanted to be so trash, but it's trash. So, and then this character, she scales off of her attack for her healing anyway, which we're gonna get to the skills right here. This is all I have going on right now. Obviously, you want to get a little bit higher, but first attack, or the normal attack, is going to be the scaling up 3 hits, and then the strong attack, counter damage, and then enhanced counter damage on the strong attack as well. Like that is the counter basically. And then the shield of justice, basically what it reduces. And then she gets the stigma of life that she pretty much gets on everything, which heals the attacker's HP. This is based off of her attack. So you want to basically get her attack. So an interesting thing about her hammer, if you throw the hammer and while it's in the air, if you change to a higher AP character, it'll scale off that character's AP, basically the attack power. So you can do a little bit, like you could throw the hammer, if you know the hammer's gonna land, you change over to the, like if you got a Sansar or maybe one of your bow characters or something like that, and they got really high attack power, you change over to them and like the heals just go crazy. Basically like that. Or you can just leave it if you're lazy, but that's the way it works. So hammer wise, we'll do that and get this up. I'll just push these in. I'm gonna just kind of show you in general, being that her skills are all kind of the same and they all scale kind of the same. I do these evenly. Normally I would pick one, but I just do these evenly because it just kind of is what it is. Like, she does damage, she does her healing based off of her attack damage. I'll just do it evenly across the board. Normally I would pick one, but I don't feel that's really necessary for her because they all seem to do damage evenly and you all get like good stuff. Like you want to have like the nuke maybe on the hammer and you want to lean towards the hammer build, you can. But for me, she's a DPS and then passive heal. She's not a reactive healer the way Lucian is. Lucian is a reactive healer. Nyanyan is a reactive healer too because Nyanyan's field is actually out and you put the field out and she can actually heal when she slams down a hammer as well. So that's pretty much a reactive type of heal. Saeya is passive. And the passive basically is whenever she has the sigil out where she has those watermarks on top of their heads, you heal passively off the damage that you do. So it's not like, you know, as soon as you get in trouble, like, damn, let me pop a heal like Lucian. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to put the stigma of life on something and then hit the target. And then you get the heal passively. So just keep that in mind that if that's the way you want to use her. She's really not, she's essentially a paladin. And that's how paladins typically heal. So you have her fate overall. Basically, she gets an increase on the flowing life and recast it, which is pretty nice. Better energy, of course, at 2. Wave of life gets +3. Flowing life gets 15% chance to grant max crest when it hits the enemy, which is nice. What that basically means is that oil just pop all 3 on top of their heads at the same time. Flowing life +3 for 5, and then at 6, where it gets interesting, it gets more water damage. The maximum number of stacks still life increases by 2, so you get up to 9, which is wow. And hitting an enemy 9 stacks restore HP equal to 20%. So you just hit them once and it's chunk. And yeah, so and that is her. So I'm gonna go somewhere that I actually need to do, which is useful. We go to 8, and I need light. So we need Luminous Hall of Nightmares, which is actually useful. Now, they announced a new patch, which I'll just talk about here, which is going to guarantee you that when you're actually doing the level 8 instances, you're going to get 2 drops. You're going to get the elemental drop, and you're going to get the normal attack drop, or whatever the other drop is. You're going to get one of each. That's guaranteed right there. Also, when the apostles come out, if it doesn't come out after 3 times, the 4th time that you go into a dungeon, the apostles going to come out, which is great. Because you all know that we do dungeons out here, and then they'll get jacked. Alright, so what you essentially want for Saeya is just her to be out first, unless you're just using her as main DPS. So she gets that out, and then you go into your normal character and just mow stuff down. So if you actually do get hit by something, you'll be good. All Alright, so I forgot he's gonna be tanky, so we ain't gonna have that. Get out of here, bird. He lost, bird. Be with you in a second, sir. Don't let them take advantage of you. Just be back over here, plug everybody. Have a nice day, bye. Head back into Saeya. Did not block. And there's the block right there. And again, the heals is all about passive. Is he dead? He's actually dead. You can build her as a tank if you want to. I wouldn't. I essentially just want her doing her job. And eventually getting the dupe so I can throw 2 hammers out there and have me some fun. Did I change? What's going on with my change? Stop hitting me. Sit down. It's the bird. I'm like all the way over here, sir, and you're like shooting that at me. I'm going in your shield because I don't care about your little stupid reactive shield because I got Saeya. Alright, I got wound now. So essentially what Saeya allows you to actually do is have another character that will do damage. Be tanky, give you passive heals on your characters. You serious? I proc that shield already. Okay, let's just get rid of you now. Bye. Oh, I can just stop standing on that now. All right. Let's go fight Kitty Cat Boss. The reason why I call him Kitty Cat is because he might be the easiest boss in this game. What? That hit me? And you also notice that I can angle that down or diagonal down. Still have your thing up, and you see the whole time he still had his the stigma up. Sir, stop it. Oh, he's about to. I will say the one thing I dislike about her is her dodge. Her dodge is very much shallow, which I'm not used to being like getting hit by this guy on that stuff. You see, like Sansar can get away from that. Saeya can't. Uh-oh. Oh, got hit by that. Hold his hammer. Damn it. Throw this out. You gonna throw the bell down, ain't you? There it is. Yo, Narni. That was actually kind of funny. Yeah, I still hit him. That's what you get, you jerk. Alright, let's kill you. It's enough playing around. So ultimately what I would like to do is get an attack weapon. But who knows when that's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna have to keep this right now. And literally her job for me right now is the passive healing and be another DPS that I can just throw out there that is probably just not gonna die. Like you saw, she got hit a lot. I definitely might want to change the wound rate, change the necklace to wound rate. So she'll get even less wound rate. So she just keep healing back everything and be like this character that's unkillable. Which she technically, even right now, she's kind of unkillable. The only thing that would make me be in danger right now is the wound rate. So I gotta get a necklace that'll get rid of that, and I'll be good. I might double wound rate it, so she just don't get that, and just heals back everything that she gets hit with, which is OP. And being that I don't use tanks anyway, I don't like the tanks in this game. They're useful, I just don't like them. So she can be the DPS tank, even though she can actually do okay damage when you have like the weapon and stuff like that. I'm lacking a few things for that, especially ignore defense. You start to notice a difference in ignore defense when you start doing World 8. Like you notice, like my characters were doing less damage than what they were doing in the World 7 because the defense rate resistance isn't as high as it is in 8. Like you start needing it more in 8, and it starts becoming real apparent. So definitely want to look at your builds and start figuring that out from there on. That is all I got for you guys right now. It did get nerfed, by the way, but you still need it. So that's all I got for you guys right now. Catch you guys next video, and it will probably be Aurora. But it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take me 3 or 4 days, maybe even more. But depending on how much they give us in the patch, if we get like new events and goodies in the patch, that'll make it faster. So we'll see. Catch you guys later. Peace.